Fanboy, 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 fanboy. Devil May Cry DMC freaking sucks, man. I mean, this is the crappiest, most sad, most disappointing, most completely underwhelming sack of crap game of 2013 thus far. Oh man! I mean, let's take a look at this nonsense. Capcom, what is wrong with this completely pathetic company? What is I don't even know what to say. I mean, Capcom strikes again with DMC. Alright, and this game just came out January 15, 2013. It's available on PC, Xbox 360, PS3. And I'm taking a look at the freaking scores, user scores, and, you know, critic scores, and they're absolutely, completely failed. DMC is absolutely trash. Let's take a look at the freaking user score. Look at this, 2.8. That's right. You get a 2.8 right now on freaking the PS3 Metacritic user scores, and the Xbox 360 user scores for DMC is 3.0. My God. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's not a freaking big shock, because this is Capcom basically trying to reboot or whatever, make some kind of new, you know, current gen DMC Devil May Cry game, and absolutely falling flat on their stupid, ugly faces. I mean, let's talk about like the actual critic scores here. This is by Ponsky, and this is for the 360. Gave it a 4, and he goes, "There really isn't much to say about DMC Devil May Cry. There hasn't been 2 years of severe controversy following this game, and it hasn't lived up to any of its positive hype. The game was said to be able to live up to and even outperform its predecessors in both gameplay and narrative. It hasn't succeeded at either. The gameplay falls flat and the controls are awkward, to say the least. The combat is flashy, though not as flashy as the previous games, but it is lacking the depth that the previous fans have come to love, in an attempt to make it accessible." I mean, this is pathetic. Devil May Cry, you know, first of all, I have the first Devil May Cry, and I really do enjoy that game. I mean, it's pretty good. It is a bit of a God of War ripoff. I mean, all they did was basically steal God of War's gameplay and like that action-adventure, you know, kind of hack and slash mixed with very action-oriented, you know, using the weapons and gaining new powers along the way. And even the layout of the freaking, I guess, what do you call it? The screen, the display, the health bar, you know, the powers, the magic, and all that. A complete God of War knockoff from Capcom, but it turned out to be a pretty decent game. I mean, even if it is a clone, you know, it stole ideas from God of War, you know, Darksiders, you know, all these games. But I still like the first Devil May Cry. I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite games, you know, for the PS1. You know, came out way back in, like, freaking 2006. So I do enjoy it a little bit. I think that the main character himself, you know, Dante, he is kind of cool, even though he's sort of a generic anime character type of dude. But I mean, let's look at the other user scores. This is by Smash Lampjaw. This person gave it a 2. This is a bad game. The story is bad. The characters are unlikable. The protagonist shoots a pregnant woman in the stomach, then kills her, then later mocks the antagonist about it. Oh man! How violent! I mean, that's another problem with Devil May Cry. It promotes violence. This is the kind of violent games that people have been talking about, and they should definitely censor this game. At the very least. This should only be available for, like, 80-year-olds. They should put an age limit on a lot of these violent games, because you know, young kids are gonna be wanting to buy it. They're gonna see it on the store shelves, and they're gonna end up spending money on it. And the next thing you know, they're freaking imitating, you know, Dante shooting pregnant women. You know, using guns? Oh, man, that is violent. The style system is utterly broken. Allowing players to button mash their way into a perfect rank. Oh, man. There's the completion score, which is based on how many secrets you find. Locks when you find everything, so you never have to collect them again. And allows the players to cheese the grading system by collecting everything on one run. Don't buy it, don't even rent it. Bad gameplay, bad grading, bad writing, bad bosses, and no replayability. Oh, man. I am shaking my head at the utter crap that Capcom has once again, like, shot out of the back of their you-know-whats right in our mouths, and these pathetic losers that basically swallow this whole. I mean, how sad are Capcom fans? And how sad are Devil May Cry fans? DMC? More like Fail MC. More like freaking... Yeah, it's DMC alright. Devil May Crap. That's what it should stand for. Devil May Crap. More like Devil Will Crap, so you can turn that M upside down, so it's like DWC. Devil Will Crap. All over your freaking faces. This is another one by YUE. Gave it a 0. A 0. DMC is a game that is meant to offend in every way, which is the only thing it succeeds at. The game is a mess technically. It barely manages to maintain 30 frames per second. And it's nothing impressive. I mean, complete garbage. Nobody I can recommend this game to. And Dante later brags to his husband that he enjoyed watching his son get blown to wet chunks. I don't know what's going on with Capcom, but they haven't released anything good. Nothing impressive, nothing amazing. And now they try to be super hyper violent and hyper offensive with a DM crap. You know, DMC or, you know, I don't know what, you know, CNC Factory and whatever the crap is going on with this horrible title. And by the way, what's the deal with that? You know, what is with the abbreviations? DMC and then Devil May Cry. What's the point? Why would you even have to name it that way? Why don't you just call it Devil May Cry 2013? You're gonna be that lazy and redundant. It's so stupid. It's like having God of War and then, you know, Ascension and call it GOW. God of War Ascension, you know. Or, you know, let's say they release Call of Duty. COD, Call of Duty. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, Mario, you know, Mario Galaxy comes out. SMG. Super Mario Galaxy. Like, that's the actual title. Like, what's the point of that? Why would you call it DMC Devil May Cry? It's gotta be the stupidest, most dumb. Let's take a look at the PS3 user scores as well. I mean, look at this pathetic tripe. Everybody, look, I'm seeing nothing but 4. Score4 gave it a 2. Wetfat gave it a 0. Action Bastard gave it a 3. Alright, you know what? Let's take a look at what this person had to say. By Action Bastard. First, let's talk about what's good. The graphics are acceptable, as is expected from the Unreal Engine. The color palette is good, but slowly worsens and turns bland over the course of the game. Virgil's voice actor put out a good performance. I think that the art direction of the game environments was very good in some places. Now the bad. Where can one begin? The game is an abortion. When it comes to being a Devil May Cry game. Everything that was well loved about its namesake, challenging enemies and incredibly deep combat mechanics, has been thrown out. We are presented instead with shallow, repetitive gameplay, quote-unquote, that was seemingly added on as an afterthought. And there's annoying, glitchy platforming, and there's a lot of glitches that could cause one to die. And there's the loading screen, a lot of that. Dying has very little consequences as save points are everywhere. And there's no tension. There's a baby killing level. And then, why is it named Devil May Cry? Let's turn our attention to another problem, the characters. Dante is no longer a happy-go-lucky action hero caricature that eats strawberry sundaes. Instead, he's a foul-mouthed teeny bopper who smokes cigarettes in his high school bathroom and has a problem with authority. Oh my goodness. That doesn't even sound like Dante. That sounds like a completely different character that isn't even Dante, but Capcom is trying to pass off as Dante just to make money off of it. You know, Dolmac gave it a 2. Dumbed down combat mechanics. What the hell is this, seriously? Lacking with monsters vulnerable only to one type of attack. Bob Johnson gave it a 4. Stan Rigu gave it a 0. Schmallow gave it a 0. Kenny Ballou gave it a 0. I mean, I'm seeing nothing but 3s, 2s, and 0s here. This person gave it a 5. Unbiased Man gave it a 5. He's unbiased, and he gave it a 5. The combat is decent. The platforming is a bore. The story could have been good, but was executed terrible. The script is atrocious, and the voice acting and motion capture as well. It only runs about 7 hours. It's fun for a while, but replaying through the story would be absolutely unbearable. Gets a 5 out of 10 for the fun combat, but everything else horribly drags it down. I mean, this is pathetic. I mean, this is so sad. I mean, the original Devil May Cry is a classic. It is definitely a good game. Go pick it up right now for the N64. You know, it's a really good game. It's definitely one of the best titles for the N64 back in the day. Great gameplay, great music, great level designs, and, you know, structure. Challenging enemies, and I like his gun. You know, he would shoot his enemies with a freaking gun and everything. I like that, you know, he would slice his opponents in half and completely chop off the body parts of the enemies. You know, that's really cool. And there is a lot of blood in the first Devil May Cry, which is what made it kind of awesome. But this one is just way too violent. Too much gore, completely over-the-top garbage that isn't even... There's no taste to it. It's just complete violence. You're killing babies, you're killing pregnant women. I mean, what kind of... It's by Ninja Theory. It's by Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory is the stupidest, you know, like, developer in the world. They are just absolutely useless. And of course they're behind this. I'm not surprised. You know, they have nothing impressive. They have nothing to offer. They are easily the crappiest developer of all time, next to... I would say they're probably the worst next to Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo has some pretty terrible games out there. So, you know... definitely one of the worst. I mean, if you want to play a really good game for 2013, look no further than Call of Duty. I guess it's going to be Call of Duty... Call of Duty 5? You know? Call of Duty 2013, the brand new one. It's going to be freaking awesome. You know, it's going to have awesome gameplay. Great graphics. Multiplayer through the roof. DMC is a fail. Don't even look at it. Don't even check it out. I mean, look at the pathetic scores on it. It's not even close. If you want a good action-adventure game, play the original one. The original Devil May Cry that, you know, came out for the Sega Saturn. Yeah, go buy yourself a Saturn. Pick it up. It's only like 20 bucks nowadays, and, you know, enjoy Devil May Cry. What more could I say? Capcom, you have completely disappointed everything, and you have no more good games, and anybody else that supports your games is a complete freaking idiot. That's it for this episode of Fanboy Reviews, and until next time, keep fanboying. Yeah!